The year is finally wrapping up. 2022 is coming to an end. I have done my best movies of the year list. Go watch that. But now let's talk about it. It's everyone's favorite list. It's time to talk about the worst movies of 2022. And let me just start off by saying this, because this year's been very different for me. Because I very much have grown in my community of film lovers. And I have gotten to the chance where I have had filmmakers, major filmmakers, like reviews of which I trash them on. And let me just say, making a movie is hard. I've only made short films. I'm going to a bigger budget and bigger production next year, which is going to be a huge deal. Making a movie is hard. But sometimes it just doesn't work out, and we need to talk about them because these movies are not that good. But I respect you. If you've made any of these movies, you made a movie, I haven't. So let me just say, good job for doing your job. You just did a bad job. Like everyone's list, this is just my personal opinion, but before getting to my top 10 worst, I have 5 dishonorable mentions I just have to mention. The movies are bad, but not bad enough to be on the list. We have Blonde. It's disrespectful. Don't watch this movie. Seriously, don't even bother. They/them? Yeah, this was unnecessary. This didn't need to be a movie. Don't watch it either. The 355. Yeah, I did not finish this movie. I walked out. I went into a movie theater and I walked out before the credits rolled. I still have not watched this movie. The Invitation, it's a vampire movie. It's kind of shot well, but it's really boring and it's not good. And then finally, 3,000 Years of Longing. George Miller, stick to Mad Max and don't do this. I'd rather get Lorenzo's Oiled Part 2. This movie was bad. But with that being said, let's get to my personal opinion, top 10 worst. When it comes to my 10th spot, every year I always try to put a movie that just disappointed me. And this movie is definitely that. And I almost put Jurassic World Dominion. Don't worry, it was really close to being the spot. Number 10 is going to be Uncharted. I am a huge Uncharted video game fan. I love those video games. Those games can be turned into amazing Indiana Jones-like action movies. What the fuck was this? Seriously, are you kidding me? This Sony. Fuck off. Mark Wahlberg as Sully. I love you, Marky Mark. You're not Sully, and this movie is starting a franchise that I'm very worried is going to go downhill. And as a fan of Uncharted video games, if you know these games, then you know how good they could be, and this is not it. Now, when it comes to number 9, this is a really bad movie, but it knows it's a bad movie. Number 9 is The Mean One. Yes, the Killer Grinch movie, as everyone calls it. It's a really bad movie, but it knows it, and it's not made well at all. The dialogue is written in crayon. The acting is not great whatsoever. At all, actually. I will give the makeup credit, but these CGI PlayStation 1 graphic bloody kills is absolutely horrendous, and it makes the watching value go down. And for a crazy idea, it could have been a lot better, but the budget was not there, and in the end, it's just not a really good movie, and it's not well made. Now, this is actually very true, I swear to you. In my 8th spot is a movie that I gave a review out, did a link to Twitter, and the director, Roland Emmerich, liked my tweet of me trashing this movie on my review. Number 8 is Moonfall. Listen, Roland Emmerich, I love Day After Tomorrow. I enjoy Independence Day. But what was this? Seriously, a moon universe? Are you trying to be Marvel with the moon? That's not cool, and no one wants to see that. What are we getting next? Sunrise/Moon Universe 2? I don't know what we're getting. Probably nothing, because the movie flopped. It's not good. The whole disaster genre hasn't hit in a while, and this is not going to help it at all. But Roland Emmerich, thank you for liking my tweet. Alright, now this is really funny in the 7th spot. This movie was supposed to come out in 2015, people, and no one's heard about it. Was I the only one to review and see this movie? Yeah, number 7 is The King's Daughter. This is a joke. This is a movie people make fun of with freaking the fake wig on everyone, the horrible CGI with this little mermaid ripoff, basically, and Pierce Brosnan, I mean, oh my god, the wig. The wig, people. People make fun of his wig. People make fun of this movie. This is the movie you make fun of, and it was supposed to come out in 2015. It might have been 2014. It's been shelved for years. Why release it? No one saw it except me. Now, a few of my friends on YouTube who do review movies have said this is their worst movie of the year. I don't disagree. My sixth spot will be Firestarter. This movie had nothing that a movie should have not done. You want to enjoy a movie. You want to be entertained. You want to get interested in characters. This movie has nothing. Guys, nothing. An hour and a half, nothing happens. No interesting characters. No great CGI. There's nothing entertaining. Really just bad editing and bad storytelling. For a remake of a movie that is not even that great, this movie could have been so much better. A Stephen King movie remake, we've seen it done well. What was this? This was horrible. Zac Efron. Do better movies, dude. Now, when it comes to comedies, you want to laugh. And with my fifth spot, this movie is actually kind of personal because I went to an actual concert this year to Machine Gun Kelly, but he gave us Good Morning, which, yes, was also directed by Mod Sun, who I also saw live this year. And guys, I love you. I love your music. Mod Sun, I met you in real life. I shook your hand. Stoner comedy needs to be funny, and this was not it, and I'm really sorry. Good Morning had not a single moment of anything. There was nothing for this movie. The acting, it's Machine Gun Kelly, it's Mod Sun, it's Megan Fox, it's a bunch of just cameos. It's really bad and is not funny. And the worst thing about comedies, when you don't laugh, it's not a good comedy. Now, speaking of bad comedies, the worst comedy of the year over Good Morning, which was really bad if you've seen, number 4 is the Netflix, I guess, hit, is The Bubble. And when you have Judd Apatow directing, when you have this kind of cast, I wanted to turn it off. There was nothing funny. Nothing funny. Dealing with COVID and how making a movie is so inspiring to some people, but then when you add in COVID and not be funny, you're just kind of just dampering the entire effect of COVID. And it was already bad enough. This movie is horrible. Seriously, this cast should be ashamed. Judd Apatow, you're a funny dude. Stop making 2+ hour movies and never ever do anything towards The Bubble again. This was god awful. Now, when it comes to the top 3 worst movies of the years for me, at one point all 3 of these movies were number 1, of course. And with this movie, I'm really just gonna show you one clip.
Have sex, excel, put my hands against, put my best against, put my 10 or put my spend. Have sex, excel. Ultimately fully show, vola. Tingani tandi besho, vola. Tandin tashi tandi hesho, vola. I funi kati funi kesho. Excel, put my hands against.
Yeah, that was in a movie this year. That was shown in a Marvel Sony Universe movie. I have nothing else to say. Now, coming in second place for the worst movie of the year, I love horror movies. If you follow me, you know how much I love horror movies. And I know some people that like this movie. I get it, but you know, I really hate this movie. I hate it. Number 2 is Texas Chainsaw Massacre, the 2022 Netflix version. You seen it? You heard of it? Probably not. This movie is trash. It's an hour and 20 minutes, basically an hour and 12 minutes. Nothing happens. It's basically ripping off the original movie and making it into a 2022 version, and it's not good. Stupid characters, stupid decisions. Okay kills, I'll give it that. But when you have my boy Leatherface, I need to see him in a bigger screen. I need to see everything go out with him because his entire movie selection of Texas Chainsaw is gory and enjoyable. This is none of those things. I found it really bad, and if you've seen this movie, I need to know, what is the worst Texas Chainsaw? I don't think it's worse than Next Generation, but this one's really close. And now, finally, what movie takes my top place? What is the worst movie of 22? And you know, I've asked a few people, what is the least favorite movie of the year? And they've said different answers. But if you've seen this movie, everyone says this movie. I can't tell you how disgraceful this was to see this movie on a big screen. This movie should be ashamed to be a movie. Guys, the number one worst movie of the year, 2022, and it's not even close, is Jeepers Creepers Reborn. I like those first two movies. That third movie was awful, and this one's even worse. The movie couldn't even film outside. Everything outside is green screen, and it looks like a PlayStation 1 graphics. The creeper itself, what happened? What happened to being actually interesting and scary? You made him look stupid, and he looks like a bodybuilder with bad makeup on. These kills are bad. But when you can't even have the dynamics of filming a film outside in the woods or in an actual mansion, when you have one set to film on, don't make the movie. Jeepers Creepers Reborn, everyone I've talked to, when they say they've seen this movie, they all agree. It is one of the worst movies I have seen ever. Not just for the year. Top 15 worst ever, hands down, takes the top spot. And let's all take a deep breath. It is done. I don't want to talk about those movies no more. They're bad. They're really bad. And a lot of them are just disappointing. And like I said, if you worked on any of these movies and you're crossing my video right now, good for you for making a movie. Like, I'm being honest. Good for you. You helped make a movie. I want to do that. I'm jealous of you. I'm just not jealous of what came out of the outcome, because these movies suck. Anyway, guys, that is it, actually. This is my last video for 2022, and of course, I'm coming back for 2023. And I hope you guys realize, next year is 10 years for me for doing movie reviews on YouTube. Next year's gotta be a big year, guys. We gotta make it a big year, and I hope to do that for you guys. I hope to bring way more stuff to you. I will admit, there's going to be a lot more busy stuff in my personal life, but I will always stick to the reviews. I love talking movie with you guys. I want to hear, what was your least favorite movie of the year? What was your favorite in my previous best movies of the year list? I hope you guys have a great holiday season. I hope you guys have a great New Year's. I will see you in 2023. I love you guys so much. Thank you for this year. This year has been awesome. Let's make it bigger. Thank you guys. I will see you guys next year. Bye-bye now.